Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can. And this time I'll be playing Harvester blind. Now, I've heard a lot of conflicting opinions about this game. Supposedly, some people say it's full of cheap shock, just for shock's sake, and that it's needlessly sort of edgy in how much shocking material it contains, while other people I've heard say that it is some sort of commentary on violence in media. I was just curious about that discrepancy about how people rate this game, because supposedly, from what I've read, people either think it's totally pointless or that it's actually partially profound. Which, I'm interested to see where it goes. I have nothing against, shocking material in stories, and I have nothing against violence or even horrible violence in art, or disgusting stuff, as long as it actually serves some kind of a narrative purpose, as long as it says something about the world or about the characters, or it gives me something to wonder about. So I'm not at all, a Puritan when it comes to art. But on the other hand, I feel like when things are shocking just because they want a reaction out of you, like if someone puts, disgusting gore or whatever in their story, or copious amounts of horrible violence or rape or whatever, and it doesn't add up to any actual narrative structure, it doesn't tell an actual story, then I just find it tiresome. I'm not a fan of that. So I'm just curious about, which way will this game go. Either it's going to be horrible and cringe-worthy, or it's going to be horrible and interesting. But either way, from what I've heard, it is pretty horrible. Harvester gameplay tips. Left click on your character or press I to view the inventory. Left click on an object to grab it, right click to put it in your inventory. A penny saved is hardly worth the effort. Okay, so it tells me that when I have money I should probably spend it. There's no way, no point in hoarding money, I guess. Use the left mouse button to move your character. If you're stuck, talk to other characters, they will give you clues. Avoid cliches like the plague. That's an interesting tip. Ammunition is precious, so don't waste it. So apparently there's shooting in this game as well, which is interesting because I was under the impression it is a classic point-and-click adventure game, which I am still a newcomer to the genre of, so there might be points in which I get hopelessly stuck. If you get stuck on a puzzle, try using items in a crazy, illogical way. Well, at least this game has the guts to admit it. Save your game often, especially before trying something crazy, illogical, or dangerous. Hold down the control button plus arrow keys to attack opponents. Look before you leap. The help screen can be helpful, or better yet, read the manual. Well, I am not going to do that. Which has bitten me in the ass a couple of times with those older games, especially more complicated ones such as RPGs. But I should manage this game. You can pick your friends, and you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's nose. Right-clicking on some object in the inventory shows up a close-up of that object. Press escape to bring up menu. You can combine objects into new objects by clicking and dragging them on one another. Sound levels can be adjusted. Screen too dark, adjust gamma. Check your photo inventory in the inventory screen. It will get worse as you get more damage. Look for special items that will restore your health. After finding required items during the day, night will be the time of mischievous adventure. Interesting. Double-click the left mouse button on an exit to go through it instantly. Use the right mouse button to attack an opponent. Okay, this starts to repeat. So let's explore what I assume is my own room first. A recently watered plastic plant. A pair of plastic binoculars with the lens melted to the table. A photo of a beautiful girl, blonde, about 17 years old. A sexy pinup. The mattress is speckled with odd stains. Really? That's a bit, disgusting, but... okay, can't open the drawer. An official Dust Bowl basketball autographed by GPF. Okay, if that's a reference to something or a pun, then I don't get it. Oh, apparently I can punch the air, which is interesting. A handful of faded hardbacks litter the lower shelf. One of your typical wall clocks. A 1/48 scale P47 Thunderbolt with a broken propeller. Illumination is the key to visibility. A hastily glued P451 Mustang in exact 1/36 scale. A recently watered plastic plant. Well, wait. I didn't even, I'm very tired at the moment, so I didn't even originally stop to think about watering plastic plants. And obviously that shows that someone here is crazy. Paper Doll by Mills Brothers sits on the turntable. A cheap folding chair, such as you might find at swap meets, bingo parlors and other religious gatherings. Saddle shoes with the laces knotted together. The dresser drawer is unlocked. As of yet, the future isn't so bright. Shoe marks are visible on the end of this ballpoint pen, which I took. A 25-cent piece dated 1952. Okay, can't take the sunglasses. An empty trash can so clean you could eat from it. Okay, let's examine the closet as well. You peer through a thin layer of dust at your reflection. 7 flannel shirts accompanied with a matching blue jeans are hanging neatly in the closet. Okay. I think I've examined everything. The master bedroom door is firmly locked. A stunning depiction of the earth made of paper mache. Okay, I didn't want to change the location yet. A pass-through for the kitchen. A pendulum-driven cuckoo clock with the cuckoo oddly absent. Fine bone china gleams from the mahogany shelves. A box full of newspapers. Can I take one? I can. How do I examine it? I think it said right click, but I am doing it and it does nothing.
Well, that didn't work.
An old-fashioned console television. Okay, let's talk to this guy. A box of crayons and a Range Rider coloring book. Talk to Hank.
What?
Well, who am I? So I have amnesia? Which is interesting, because the game said to avoid cliches like the plague, where the protagonist having amnesia is like one of the most cliche things possible for a story.
A lousy rat. And you better be quiet or you'll wake Daddy up.
And why would that be bad?
Your dad is asleep?
He and Mom went at it last night pretty hard. He stayed in bed. I saw what she did to him. It was pretty bad.
What did she...
Like you don't know. I saw you and her on the couch last Wednesday night. Guess that's why she's grounded now, huh? Too bad you wouldn't pay me and I had to tell, huh?
What are you talking about? What girl?
What? Is there another one too? Wait till I tell.
Okay, that's that's a bit rich coming from I assume my brother, that he calls me a rat, all the while he ratted on me for having sex, I presume. Unless it was like murder, because to be honest, the description of what he said about Mom and Dad sounded more like actual violence than it did sex.
I don't know what girl you're talking about.
All summer, it's been Stephanie this and Stephanie that. And now you don't remember? You think I'm dumb or something?
No, I just can't remember anything, like I said.
Well, you better remember quick, because the wedding's in 2 weeks.
What?
Leave me alone so I can watch TV.
So I'm having a wedding, and I don't even remember who I am.
I said I don't want to talk about her anymore.
Okay, what about that TV you're watching?
That's a weird-looking television. Come to think of it, this whole place looks totally retro.
What do you mean, retro? All TVs look alike.
Sure, basically. But this is one old-fashioned clunker.
Old-fashioned? It's brand new.
Yeah, but look at the tube. Where's the remote control?
What's that?
Now that I think about it, I can't remember.
And what was that you said about retro rockets?
No, retro. It means... Oh man, I know what I mean. That everything here is wrong. But I can't picture the difference.
Then shut up and quit bugging me. I'm watching my terrible show.
Have you noticed that your show is in black and white?
What else? Color? On a TV?
Well, I think I've seen a colored television before.
Have not. Quit it or I'm gonna tell.
Hey, look at that. Your mother lets you watch this stuff?
Sure. This is part of history. What made America great. And besides, blood and guts are needed.
I'm like, this is a bit too strict of a distinction. Like, sure, I think it's definitely, there is a gradient of what your kid is supposed to be watching or consuming as far as media goes as he or she gets older, but like, I think depending on the exact level of violence and the level of like detail in it, and also the level of how integral is it to the story? Is it an accessory to, you know, some worthwhile story? What I was talking about earlier, basically, I do believe, violence is part of the world, and this kid is what, like 12? He's not really small at this point, so he could be watching like a Western or whatever, and I don't think there's anything particularly wrong with that. Like, I've consumed a lot of pretty violent media as a young man, as a kid, as a teenager, young teenager at first, and then as I got older, and I don't think, it caused any actual damage to me. Like, there has been a lot of studies actually about how violence in media affects people, and despite all of the hullabaloo from journalists and the like, there has not been established a direct link between how supposedly, for example, playing violent video games makes you violent. Like, it doesn't. It isn't proven that it does, at the very least. So I don't think this is a bit too strict. Certainly, little kids shouldn't watch excessive violence, but to be honest, even kids' cartoons contain violence. Like, there is, for example, Tom and Jerry, right? It's like 80% based on the fact that Tom and Jerry are hurting each other. They just do it in a comedic, cartoony way. So this is a bit too strict of a distinction. So I guess let's say this. Even though, again, I don't entirely agree, I think if a piece of art is just gore or just shock, then it certainly isn't neat. It doesn't have anything to contribute. But, let's agree with that, or pretend to agree with that.
I'm glad you're catching on, Steve. You're not too bad for a lousy rat.
What about me being a rat?
Why am I a rat? What did I do to you?
You went and got all mushy on that girl, and now you're lighting out on me. Well, if that's the way you're gonna be, then you can drop dead.
What does it mean, lighting out? I don't understand.
What do you mean I'm lighting out on you?
First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes Steve in a baby carriage.
What the hell are you talking about?
Mom, Steve said hell.
Young man, don't you dare use that kind of language in this house.
How'd you like that?
Why are you so mad at me?
'Cause you're lighting out on me to go off with that stupid girl. So tough it. I don't care anyway.
I don't know what girl you're talking about.
All summer, it's been Stephanie this and Stephanie that. And now you don't remember? You think I'm dumb or something?
No, I just can't remember anything, like I said.
Well, you better remember quick, 'cause the wedding's in 2 weeks.
What?
Leave me alone so I can watch TV.
Okay, I think this repeats, actually.
That's a weird-looking television.
What do you mean?
Yeah, but look at the tube.
What's that?
No.
Yeah, this all repeats. What about my parents?
Say what? Mom's in the kitchen, and if you bug me, I'll call her.
Look, do you know me?
Wish I didn't, 'cause then you wouldn't be my brother, and I'd have your room, and all the presents at Christmas. Though I will soon enough anyway, 'cause you're a lousy rat.
You're my brother?
No, duh.
Listen, I don't mean to, bug you, but I can't seem to remember anything. Will you please just tell me who you are?
Mom, Steve is bugging me.
Steve, leave Hank alone right now.
Say what?
What else can I ask? I can ask about the town, I guess.
Say what?
Okay, I guess that's enough for now.
Good. Finally.
So, my brother is a bit of a jerk. And my father seems to be coughing or something. I think this first episode has been long enough, so I'm going to save. Okay, that's a bit of a disturbing save screen. I'm going to save and end it here for now, especially because I want to check the recording. It seems to me the audio is still a bit too loud, even though I have it set rather low, but maybe I need to lower it still. So hopefully, if the audio is bad in this one, it's going to be a little bit better in the next one. It's going to be quieter, and therefore my voice is going to be better heard. But for now, that's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.